What weapon makes you feel unreasonably powerful? Something that can crack a hole straight through your eardrums and right into your very soul. Or how about a weapon that devastates everything in its path, and in some cases even you? Whips and maces fall under this kind of obscure and rather strange type of weapon, both in their feeling of power and the danger of using them. And it's probably the reason why most VR games have yet to add them. Well, that and probably just how hard it is to code in the functional physics of something that is not exactly rigid. But the absolute madmen over in the Blade and Sorcery community do the impossible all the time, so I should probably stop being surprised at some point. But yeah, the first weapon I tried was this long and rather straight whip that functioned shockingly well. It was pretty difficult to use because of the fact that you can't really perceive the weight in VR, so you're trying to get a sense for its mass so you can tell where it's going to be, so you just throw it right back into your avatar's head. But I started to get used to said weapon. It was surprisingly doing the trick, knocking down enemies and making it really hard for them to get back up. So another thing I found with the application of using it was that I could keep an enemy on the ground, but also found it extremely hard to knock them dead. So perhaps it's a little too realistic. You can latch it onto things and like swing around. Okay, I'll be honest. I feel like this is not really meant for combat, if you catch my drift. Honestly, I thought it looked a little strange from the beginning. As far as the only problem I was able to really find, when you try to lasso the enemy's leg or arm or body and throw them into a wall or cast them off of a cliff, it didn't really work unless they were already kind of collapsed. The AI gets weird. It's almost like every AI kind of is stuck to the ground in their place until you kind of knock them off balance, and the game reads it as such, and then they're just a body to throw around. Until then, it just creates this really weird stretchy yo-yo gravity man in an odd way. Anyways, where things are gonna go. Let go! Oh, I didn't know you could jump. Hook. Yes, like that. Tarzan around. We can also do this. And beautiful. You get stuck on a lot of shit, I'll be honest. And throw. I said throw. Works great. And we can always take off the bodies and just beautiful. Come on. There we go. And shoo. Whoa. That's pretty fantastic. Thank God there's also no different races of people. That'd be really awkward. Yeah. All right, so it did really good against enemies that don't have any armor, but the thing I'm curious about is, well, how it even manage against enemies with some armor. Leather might be fine. Let's see. Oh, whip. I feel like you do need a sidearm. Yeah. Whip the leg, or the balls, I guess. I feel like we're in some sort of weird BDSM nightmare hell. Yeah. Wow. Bad. All right, I feel it's kind of a fucked up thing. I don't know how much more of this I can feel morally okay with. I feel like I have to kind of say this. I am not a white guy. Does that make it okay? Something I've been wanting to test. If we grab this like that, can I like strangle one of you? Kind of. It's just whatever it touches, it kind of hurts a little bit. It kind of works. It kind of doesn't. Whip. Hook. Oh. Whip. Pick him up. He's not dead. Pick him up. He might be dead. Pick up and into the table. Sometimes one of them breaks, like it breaks like this, where it's just gravity in a weird way. Whip the leg. Leg again. Booty. Oh, you're still alive. Yeah. That worked actually really well. Drop it. No. Stop. It does no damage. It's the only kind of criticism. Drop it. Jesus Christ. Stop. Don't.
So just kind of, when you're fighting armor, it really just, it kind of falls apart, you know?
Flails, on the other hand, were nothing short of utterly badass. Well, first of all, I'm not sure if I would phrase this as a flail, more like a Maul Ninja, Castlevania-like thing, but still, this is the best I could find, at least right now. And believe you me, it did the trick. At first, I just spun the steel ball around me, and eventually that swinging ball made contact with the enemy and just crumpled them to the ground. Oh, so satisfying, might I add. But with how long this damn thing was, it was really tricky to make contact. I started to kind of pick up this weapon on a string meta. You kind of need to account for a weird delay, and there is no such thing as a last-minute adjustment really with these things. If you try to go for the head at the last minute, then it will likely fly into the armpit of the enemy, which if it hits with like a steel ball, it'll probably work just fine, but with the whip, honestly, it'll still probably be fine. I mean, maybe they could like grab it and like tuck it underneath their armpit. Anyways, but back to maces. I was shocked when I realized that the chain wasn't just empty physics, but that you could actually grab the chain of the mace and throw it around. Pause. Okay, look, the more I talk about this, the more it feels like sacrilege by calling it a flail. I don't know what the hell it is, and given we might have just reviewed a sex toy whip, we're not exactly batting a high average, so let's just run things until the wheels fall off, yeah. After grabbing the chain closer to the steel ball, everything became so much easier, and made a lot more sense. You could better time your blows, and I think if I tried a little longer, you could eventually map out and iron out all the other issues, and actually become pretty proficient at throwing around this steel ball, which now the more I think about it, the more I think it's more akin to a rope dart or like a monkey-like fist. Oh no, probably like a morning star actually. That's probably more like what it is. Anyways, too late to re-talk all that. But one thing stood out clearly, the amount of crushing power that these things have, especially to armor, holy shit, chef's kiss, baby, it's too good. But that wasn't the only thing that blew me away. I was shocked that you could also block with the chain, but unfortunately the physics aren't quite so good in VR yet, where you can wrap an enemy's arm with the said chain weapon, tying up an enemy or looping it around their neck and driving their head into the ground or anything like that. Unfortunately, physics are good, not that good. Where you can like tangle your chain around a weapon and rip their weapon out of their hand, or take the chain, loop it around an enemy's neck and pull and send them flying forward. Oh, I can't wait for the day. But not everything was rainbow and lollipops when it comes to the flail, or Morningstar probably. As much as I love the thing, I found it wildly easy to miss, and even harder to kind of recover. The best way I could describe it is like throwing knives. While throwing knives, it takes a shocking amount of time to chamber your hand and throw another knife. And heaven help you if that quick firing off of another knife is any way accurate, or if it is, God, a lot of investment is going to be needed to make that hippity happen. I found myself leaning on hopefully the ball will just catch it with my momentum as I quickly try to recover from my failure of a strike, and shockingly, it worked often. Granted, after using both of these wily weapons, I feel like my character would have been beaten into an absolute pulp and have died millions of times just by my usage of said devastating weapons.
All right, let's see. This feels like very much a vampire slayer weapon. That's a little unruly. It is pretty, the physics are pretty good. Not terrible by any means. Swing! And the reach leaves a little bit hard to estimate. Also, it looks very cool. I don't think we can grab it. Oh, we can. Maybe that's the play. If you need like just to shorten up your grasp, you can just hold it with one hand. Break that armor. Damn you. Okay, this actually is shockingly useful, especially when you bring it like that. I am clocking myself 20 times in the head. Try letting go, it didn't happen. If you want to get that range, you can. It's against armor, it's not terrible. Yeah. I do have one question though, can I? Yes, I can. Can I just... Also, what about can I like tangle people up in this? Oh, I can. That physics very weird, but you can. I'll strangle you. Shh. Sir, wait. There we go. And that's too much. Too much meat. Let me get a little less. There we go. Alright, that works. Missed. Can I block it with this, you think? Oh, okay, that's pretty fucking amazing. Try me. Yeah, it kind of works. Oh, yeah, it works. Boom. Yeah. Alright. Come at me. I mean, granted, I have killed myself 1,000 times while just trying to manage it, and it reflecting back at me, which is the nature of flails, for sure. It weirdly works, and it works because you can like tighten up on it like this, and grab however much meat you want, essentially, and then just, well, I've lost it there, and then just crank it into somebody. And you do, even though you don't feel the weight of it, you can still kind of math out when it's going to impact. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely like coming, like we had third-person camera, it'd be like smashing me in my back and in my body in all kinds of ways. I'd be dead, like super dead. We're rocking 2 now. I'm not sure how well this will go. I feel like the physics will fight each other and the game will explode because of all the rendering, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Speed, speed, we are speed. I keep missing with my right. My right, I don't even know if it's existing. They all keep just getting stunned. There we go. That worked. You're still kicking? Jesus. So if you ever thought gravity magic was the best, it's very good, but is it as good as this? Just the spinnies.
Well, this is all to say, whips are kind of sus and create kind of a weirdly guilty feeling within me when using them, and maces in VR should be absolutely banned for making you feel so powerful, giving you a warped sense of confidence with them, and then you could possibly use something similar IRL only for it to collide with your balls, going Mach 50 with your ego screaming out, "God, why?" But all in all, hell of a lot of fun. Also, like I kind of mentioned, I'm not really sure if this is a flail. Probably more like a vampire mall ninja Morningstar type thing. And I'm pretty sure the mod was called something vampire, so I might be barking up a tree here. But I do think we should give flails some good old-fashioned redemption in the coming future. And I think I might have found a massive weapon pack that can do just that. But we'll have to save that for another time, like I said. Big thank you to all of our members over on YouTube and Twitch: Lone, Sasha, Lux, Minecraft Sweat, and of course, Fluff. Thank you kindly. And also a friendly reminder that we stream every single Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, both on Thursday and Friday, and Saturday we stream at 1 p.m. Saturday, just in case your time zone doesn't quite permit it. I try to give it a gap like that. Hopefully I can see you there. Love you, and bye.